welcome to Pagan Coffee Talk. Here are your hosts, Lady Alba and Lord Knight.
All right, Lord Knight. Why do Christian holidays have to be pagan? Go ahead, explain what you were just explaining.
Well, my problem is every Yule, every Christmas, every Easter and all this, I see the videos 15 times. Is this really pagan? Is this really Christian? Can we just really stop?
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm sorry. I've had it up to here.
Okay. Hold
Every set.
All right, hold on. Let's dissect. So I know exactly what you're saying. Yes. Every single Christmas season, there's 50 million posts to social media about how Christmas trees are really pagan and the Yule log is pagan and hanging stockings is pagan and how all of these things that people do are really pagan practices. But it's still because we are in a time where the overwhelming religious majority is still Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, I think some of them do it out of genuine curiosity. And I think others do it because, I don't know, they're almost trying to find fault with their own faith.
Right.
They're trying to basically perhaps steer people into some other type of fundamentalist belief where maybe they take the pagan out of Christmas. I don't know. But yeah, every holiday, Easter, really, I mean, I think the only one we're exempt from is 4th of July, and I'm sure somebody's going to make an association with fireworks at some point, and it's going to be pagan too. They blow shit up. They're pagan.
Well, the Chinese did come up with that.
I know, and they're not Christians.
They're not Christians.
So technically, right, they were one of the original heathens. Hey. So, but this is funny because to me, it's also no different than the people who go, pasta's not really Italian. No, that too is Chinese. So basically, the whole point of this podcast is that everything is Chinese, really, at the end of the day.
Especially everything on Amazon.
Right. Everything's Chinese. We're Chinese. All our foods are Chinese. No, I'm kidding. But it's the same thing. It's like challenging the knowledge or challenging that belief somehow. That's it. It's challenging the faith, or it's challenging that person's belief system. But I do like what you said off mic a little while ago, because you said, you know, is Christmas really pagan? No, Christmas is Christmas. Yule is pagan.
And then the whole Santa Claus thing is cultural. I don't know how to explain that. It's not a religion.
There are many, many, many versions of Santa.
Yes.
Across the globe, but they are all associated with Christmas time. So, and some are more pagan than others. Hell, one of them is flat out a witch, which is really funny.
And don't get us started on Krampus.
Yeah, well, we love him. He's so cuddly.
But again, why do we have to have this argument over and over and over again?
Well, me personally, I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I feel like it's bringing awareness. And with every new generation of Christians, I always get a little giggle because I go, hee. The next time they look at their Christmas tree, they're going to be like, huh, okay. There may be just a tiny bit of sympathy that comes from the process. If one of them goes, well, maybe we're not that different, or maybe these, you know, these people practicing witchcraft, right? And maybe it's not what I thought it was. Maybe they're just putting a tree up too and putting presents. If it serves that purpose, fantastic. If it helps to bridge the gap even a little.
But that's not what they're doing.
Well, what do you think they're doing?
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord.
God forbid. We need to make Christians quit celebrating Christmas the way they are. We need to get them to quit using the Santa Claus. Those are our stuff. How dare you culturally appropriate?
Listen, first off, the first time I hear a pagan utter the words cultural appropriation, I'm going to smack the shit out of them, okay? Because no. Sit down. No. Come on. We have been culturally appropriating everything for as long as I can remember. So if you're going to point a finger and blame someone else for culturally appropriating, piss off. But I will say, we are one of the last bastions or institutions where there is more tolerance for that. I have friends who practice voodoo, and they look at my lily white ass and my Brigitte and my Papa Legba on my altar and go, okay, I see you. All right. And there's no issue. Do I claim the heritage? Do I claim the cultural aspect? Of course not. I can't. But do I appreciate it? Yeah. Do I learn about it? I try. Do I read? Yeah. I mean, so we can like nod to each other and it's cool. We're good. But that, oh no, that's, come on. Look.
This is where I've been seeing it head here lately, every time they talk about it. And I'm like, okay, y'all, it's time to stop. All right, seriously.
So basically, by this viewpoint, if a Christian family was going to celebrate Christmas purely, God, that's a weird word, but
it would be just the
it
Catholic.
would be a manger.
No, it would be just Catholic Mass.
But no.
Oh, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't have.
Why not? Why can't you have the baby in the manger and the wise men? I mean, it's part of their biblical story.
There are a few Christian traditions that do not celebrate these things.
That's true.
They do not do the Easter bunny. They do not put up the tree.
Yeah.
All they do, they go to church.
Yeah.
They worship God. They come home, and they do the same thing on Easter.
Look.
And I'm fine with that.
That's boring.
That's boring.
I mean, if it works for them, that's fine. But that is a very unfestive, very non-celebratory view of faith.
Mm.
And I mean, if that works for them, that's fine. But most other faiths enjoy some level of pageantry and the songs and the music, so I don't know. This is really interesting. But to me, yeah, it's a form of unity. To me, it's the only reason why I can go to my very Christian friends' Christmas parties and feel comfortable. Because I look around and I see things that represent my faith in that process. And I see things that I can associate with that festive time of year. And yeah, it's nice.
I mean, everybody seems to think that none of us all get along. You just held a party not long ago. And again, this was not necessarily a temple function.
It was not a temple function, but that's
whatsoever.
just it. That was a hodgepodge of humans.
You had, I mean, I know I was there. Lord Osborne was there. There was a couple of people from temple there. There were some people that were not. And everybody got along fine.
Everybody had a great time. And at no point did I feel that it was I never pulled anybody aside. I never had a sidebar of like, oh, we're not going to talk craft today, or oh, those are my pagan friends. No, fuck that. Go mingle, meet some people, and have a discussion about whatever and wherever. And it was great. I don't know.
But see, and I guess that's what gets me is this is what I keep on hearing in all of this. Under all of this is we're not allowed to get along with each other now. And that I don't.
Everybody's got a chip on their shoulder. That's the era we're living in, right? Everybody's mad, everybody's angry, everybody has these really, really intensely opinionated views. I mean, look, if we want to get super technical, and I know there's a few pagans out there, potentially pagan scholars listening to this, who are going to be clapping and or hallelujahing along with me on this. If we want to get technical, Jesus Christ of Nazareth was not born on December 25th.
Nope.
He was born in the summer.
Yes.
And
it is believed that he might have been 3 years old or so before the wise men
even reached him. Yes. There are so many aspects of the story of Christ's birth that go a few thousand years before Christ into the Sumerians, and there's a story of a boy king, and it's almost identical.
There's several stories like that of the virgin
births, of course. And so we look at this and we go, so does it really fucking matter?
Seriously.
Does it? I mean, I don't feel like it makes a shit bit of difference. Is it ours? Is it theirs? Is it not? Look, here's my take on it, people. Right now, what is going on in Jerusalem and in Gaza, that is the direct result of two groups of people that cannot put their shit. Yeah, three, technically. You're right. Three. Who cannot put their shit aside and go, does it really matter?
Right.
Does it matter? No.
No. Again, from a pagan point of view, we're talking about a piece of land that is absolutely worthless. There's no resources or anything there. And they're fighting over a mount to prove a point.
But that's what I'm saying. If we go down that path, how long? How long before that's it? We're going to be in the exact same situation with groups fighting it out for some kind of bizarre ownership or supremacy
of something you didn't own to begin with.
Right. Now, yet, I find this fascinating, and I'm going to throw it out here because we're talking about Yule and Christmas and all that. But yet, African Americans adopted Kwanzaa in this country, which started when you and I were kids. Like, that's the first time I ever heard of Kwanzaa. And I was okay.
And from my understanding, I could be wrong, Kwanzaa is not even religious. It is completely cultural.
Exactly, right. It's more cultural than anything else. But the point is, it has slowly but steadily picked up traction. A lot of people are incorporating it into their Christmas beliefs. We're not backlashing on that. No. Not at least not in my house. Like, most people are like, cool, Kwanzaa, come to the party. Let's go.
Well, I mean, let's think about it this way. 10 years ago, would you have been able to go out and find like a yard flag or something with the word Yule on it?
No.
And now I'm
everywhere.
Everywhere.
If you did, it was Yuletide.
Yeah. Right.
Something Yuletide or my favorite, Yule time.
Yeah.
That's not it.
But something just saying Yule or something?
No.
Now you see it all over the place.
Now it's everywhere.
You can buy Yule logs now.
Yes. Yes. But in Europe, you always could.
Yeah.
But then you also, same thing. I mean, how many of my Jewish friends have I heard over the years go, it's such bullshit that you walk into a store and there's 12 aisles of Christmas and Hanukkah is in this 4x2 section on one shelf. They're like, that sucks. They're like, why? We always feel like, right, we're being
we're an afterthought.
Yeah. And I'm like, but that makes so much sense. I'm like, why can't it all just integrate?
Right.
Why can't it all just live together? I don't see what it even matters.
I mean, because when I come home in the privacy of my own home, I'm worshiping the way I want to worship.
Right.
When I'm at temple, we worship the way temple worships.
Right.
If you don't like that, you go to a different temple.
Right.
What makes people think that they have to own that this, I mean, I understand this, this is my culture or this
Right.
is the way we do it. And,
Right.
and I understand that. But for me to sit there and go, no, it's just ours.
Yeah, I don't know. That is, to me, that is weird. It's the exact opposite of what the season is meant to embody.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me ask you this. We have a poem during Samhain that we read each year.
Mm-hmm.
How bad would you feel if you went to another ritual somewhere else and they started to read the same poem?
I wouldn't feel bad.
I wouldn't either.
I would actually be quite intrigued. I would probably be like, hey, I know that one.
Right.
I mean, see, that's what I mean. I think that.
Is this the difference of our mindset? Because again, me and you would be the same, like, whoa, wait a minute. I know this. Hold on.
That's cool. I don't know. By the same token, though, I mean, I look at, this is what I go back to. When I was a kid, I remember Christmas, the day, right? Very specifically, the day had a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't about presents. It wasn't about being excited. No, it was quiet and it was peaceful and it was calm. And,
it was like the morning after the first snow.
Yeah.
It was that kind of quiet.
Yes. But it was always like, right, everybody's just kind of huddled up together in the house. You're cooking, you're eating. And there's something about that to me, that's what always meant Christmas holidays. I don't give a good goddamn what you want to call it. Yes, I would just like to experience that a few times a year.
Yes.
That's lovely. But we've gotten so obsessed with, I don't know, representation.
Yes.
That maybe that's it. Everybody's, on their representation bandwagon. And everybody needs to be their own unique little snowflake. Well, I'm like, well, good luck with that. When you fall on the ground and you're all together, guess what you are? Snow.
An avalanche.
Yeah. But you're just snow collectively. So what does it matter? Can't we just all be happy to be in that state together? I will say, for years, it has bothered me, especially living in the South, that the greeting this time of year is not more generic. I grew up with happy holidays.
Right.
And so here it's always Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I do have those moments where I'm like, not all of us celebrate that, but okay. That's fine.
What, haven't you ever just sat there and just said Happy Yule back to them?
I've said happy holidays. Sure. Yeah. But it's sometimes, I think where it annoys me or it aggravates me is in places where religion shouldn't be. And to me, that's still stores. It's shopping. It's, retailers. That it should be more generic. A store to me should not take the stance of, right, it's Christmas.
Well, let's take the store out for a minute, but what about that individual? What if they're just really wanting to wish you
and that's fine,
a happy holiday, Christmas?
And you know what? If it's that, then I will wish it right back to them because I know that's where they're coming from.
Right. Because there are people out there, you can tell.
Yes, that is their belief. And yes, I will acknowledge it for them in kind because what they're really saying to me is they're blessing me.
Yes.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
But it's also cute. It's the same way I get a little giggle, right? When people in the South say, have a blessed day.
Yes.
Because what do I say back to them? Yes, you have a blessed day as well. And I put that little spin on it, right? But that's universal. What is blessed, right? Thank you. Thank you. I will take all the blessings you would like to bestow upon my head.
Where I think me and you might have a problem is when it sounds very robotic. This person, the cashier's done said it 50 times. It's that person that will sit there and look at me
Right.
and a line
Have
going,
a blessed day.
and go, yes, ma'am, blah, blah, blah. And you didn't
You're
even
like,
look.
whoa.
Wait a minute. Yeah. You say ma'am 50 times a day.
Yeah. Didn't even register.
Didn't even register what you said. And you just got to sit there and tickle like you're at the end of your shift, ain't you?
I do get really tickled now, though, when I see people with the stickers on their cars that say blessed. Because it's blessed.
It's blessed.
And I'm like, because I think that's great. But I don't know. It's, the need for holiday supremacy.
I don't get.
It's so funny when you think about it. The whole reason that these holidays were overlapped the way they were and integrated the way they were was to integrate the people.
Yes.
So what's the problem? Cohesion.
A cohesive culture.
Yeah. So why are we going backwards? What are we doing?
I mean, come on.
It's really funny. And I think that when people get mad about it or when they get really upset, I'm like, whoa, slow down. Like, what happened? Did your dog die on Christmas? Like, what?
Again, you know who I'm talking about. It's those people that go from 0 to infinite speed. And you're sitting back going, where did that come from? Really?
And it's very common now. It really is. So, is it good to know? Sure.
Yeah.
Do we need to? Here's the thing. You can educate somebody without taking away their joy.
Yes.
You can educate without shitting on someone's beliefs.
Well, and I find it funny that pagans doing this after the badgering some of us get from Christians.
Yeah, I know.
And you're sitting there doing the same thing.
But we're smug. We're smug. That's the problem. It's just that. It's that sick, perverse. It was done to me, so I'm going to do it to somebody else, so I feel better. No, that's not how that works. You just end up feeling like shit.
Yeah.
You feel like shit because then you realize that you were cruel, or that you were rude, and then that's going to sit there and weigh on you heavily, and you suddenly realize you broke one of the major tenets of our faith, and you're putting shit out. So of course you're going to get shit right back. So knock it off. Just let people enjoy themselves. Let them have this joyous time. You can participate, and again, not need to be this killjoy in the room. I mean, come on. I have friends who aren't religious at all, and they still show up to the Christmas parties dressed in their Grinch outfits or their, I've got one guy, he owns a head to toe 3-piece suit where he looks like wrapping paper. You know what I mean? Or the ugly Christmas sweaters. Like, why does it matter? Like, you can still participate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after that, I need coffee.
Yeah. Let's get some mule coffee.
Yay.
Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another episode. Pagan Coffee Talk is brought to you by Life Temple and Seminary. Please visit us at lifetempleseminary.org for more information, as well as links to our social media: Facebook, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit.
We travel down this trodden path, the maze of stone and mire. Just hold my hand as we pass by a sea of blazing pyres. And so it is the end of our days, so walk with me till morning breaks. And so it is the end of our days, so walk with me till morning.